So once an employee is starting with you, do you find that what they've dictated on their resume matches who they are? Yes or no?
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
I put it to a test pretty quickly, so.
And do you find that on average then that the person matches who they displayed on their resume?
I would say for the most part, if they've got through the resume part, I've had the interview with them, because I'll start, testing them a little bit during the interview part as well. For the most part.
Okay. Yeah.
For the most part. Yep.
Okay. So aside from some of the technical skills, what are some of the key attributes that you look for in a new employee, like when you're sort of gauging them initially?
Values.
Values.
What the value bases are. Honesty, integrity. It's hard to find that right away. Initiative, things like that. Looking for that commitment. For you guys, loyalty to a company.
That's
like yours,
it.
right?
And even like you said about, I've had the last couple of hires that I had, they came in and they had a page off of our website and our core values, and they tied themselves right back to some of the core values in it. And yeah, that was really, I thought, wow, that's wonderful. So
Probably only took them 5 minutes if they had initiative. And
That's
that
right.
goes back to, that's a way to demonstrate initiative. You can put it in your resume or cover letter, I have initiative, but show me your initiative somehow through that process. And that's a good way to do that.
And I think too, it depends on the position you're applying for, but in our situation, we do a lot of client one-on-one, and we need people that want to work with people, that have a sunny disposition, that come in smiling. If you come in and you look like Eeyore, and you're saying, I'm a great customer service person, you're like, really? Oh, okay. When's that going to come out? Because it should come out right away. Okay.
Thank you. So with regards to probationary periods, then what's the time frame for tbaytel for probationary periods?
We have different probationary periods for union and non-union employees.
Okay.
Non-union is between 3 and 6 months, and union employees is 9 months.
9 months. Okay. Melanie?
Same, 3 to 6 months, depending on the position too. And with a general insurance broker that we are, many of the positions you have to have your registered insurance broker's license, which many of our candidates coming out of university or college now have to get into afterwards. So, if you're going through that process, that's a learning on the job process, and then you're going to have to trigger the time after they receive that. So it could be 6 months. If it's a different position that's maybe back office or something, it could be 3 months.
Okay, thank you. Leanna?
For us, it's anywhere from 3 months to 3 years or more, and I say that because we have a lot of seasonal positions, and so when we have, and a lot of, they're not registered as apprenticeship programs, but really they are, and so they have to go through so many seasons to become certified, to go for extra training, to then become at the next level. And once they've done 3 full seasons with us, or a year, or 12 months of employment, then we can switch them over from full-time seasonal to full-time. So, but in that whole time, they may be laid off and it may be probational.
Thank you.
I commend them for that, because I think it's pretty difficult to evaluate any new employee in 3 months. I don't think that's sufficient, and all of our unionized employees, the majority of our unionized employees have a 3-month probationary period, some with an extension to 6 months, and management would be 6 months to a year.
So new hires don't have a different probationary period? Like sometimes when you promote within, they have a more condensed probationary period? But
We're a highly unionized organization, and
yeah.
ours is codified in the collective agreement, so
Has 3 months.
3 months. Unless there's a significant performance issue, in which case you can apply for an extension of the probationary period. Those sorts of things don't happen as frequently.
I heard rumblings with the City of Thunder Bay that it's a 12-month probationary period, and that's what they just tried to implement with Confederation College through negotiations, was a 12-month probationary period. So I think that's the direction that some employers may be going, is to extend that period, because you're right, there seems to be a sort of that honeymoon stage, right? Mm-hmm. I'm here to impress and be really enthusiastic, but then sometimes things slide.
And you can make it as long as you want, but it's only worthwhile if you actually measure the performance, right? So whether it's 3 months or 6 months, use the time that you do have to have ongoing communication and feedback so that the employees know where that they stand.
And John, can you tell me what would be one reason why someone would not make it through their probationary period?
Attendance?
Attitude.
Attitude, punctuality, so like absenteeism for sure, but also just not showing up when they should show up.